He went from sleeping in his car to a $10 million royalty check for a single song. And while the world was just listening to Ordinary on repeat, Alex Warren was quietly building a music empire that just booked Madison Square Garden in the O2 Arena. So today, we are dissecting what we're calling the Warren economy, explaining how Alex leveraged social media storytelling into a high-stakes music contract and an 8-figure net worth, proving that authenticity, it's the most valuable currency in 2026. If you want to know how the music industry was truly disrupted, don't look at the legacy labels in Nashville. No, look at a 2017 Hyundai, because that is where Alex Warren slept while planning a $10 million global takeover. And the contrast here, it is absolutely jarring, almost unbelievable. On the left, you've got the vehicle he actually called home, a 2017 Hyundai where he was filming vlogs just to scrape by. And on the right, Madison Square Garden, the iconic arena he's now headlining. Look, this isn't just a success story. It's a dynastic leap from total obscurity to global dominance in what feels like the blink of an eye.
And this is the number that changed absolutely everything. Now, let's be clear. That is not his net worth. That is the estimated royalty payday from one single song. Just let that sink in for a second. $10 million for one track that the industry basically told him was worthless.
So that really brings us to the core question of this entire investigation. How does this even happen? How did a kid with literally nothing but a car, a camera, and a tragic backstory build a financial and cultural fortress that has the old guard of the music industry completely running scared? Well, that is the blueprint we are deconstructing today. All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, the $10 million anomaly. Before we can even begin to unpack the strategy, you have to grasp the sheer scale of the financial engine he engineered, all from just one song. The conversion rate here is it's truly astonishing. Just look at these numbers. His breakout hit, Ordinary, has blown past 2 billion global streams. And that translates directly into that estimated $10 million royalty check we just talked about. But look at the bigger picture. Over 7.7 billion career streams. This isn't some flash-in-the-pan one-hit wonder. This is a sustainable, cash-generating media operation. Which, of course, brings us to Section 2, forging currency from chaos, because that kind of money doesn't just appear out of nowhere. You see, Warren's most valuable asset isn't his voice or his record label, it's his story. He figured out how to turn profound personal tragedy into his core brand identity. And this timeline, it really lays out the power climb. It starts with unimaginable loss when he was just 9 years old. By 17, he's out on the streets, literally documenting his life from his car. But then comes the momentum. He co-founds the Hype House, building a massive digital footprint. By 2025, he's not just some creator. He is the MTV VMA Best New Artist. And by 2026, he's a Grammy nominee. The velocity of this ascent is frankly unprecedented. And the key to everything is right here, in his own words. He's not manufacturing a brand. He's monetizing his own therapy. This quote from Forbes, it says it all. He forged this unbreakable direct-to-fan connection by turning his pain into a product. And that creates a level of loyalty that traditional marketing, well, it simply cannot buy. Okay, so let's get into Section 3, weaponizing a single song. And we're going to treat Ordinary not as a piece of music, but as a strategic asset, a piece of cultural artillery that laid the groundwork for his entire global operation. This is the exact moment the old guard got it completely wrong. When Warren first presented Ordinary, the industry insiders, the gatekeepers, they told him it was just an album track, a ballad, not a single. They actually advised him to give the song away to another artist. They were wrong, fatally wrong. Their miscalculation didn't just cost them a hit, it exposed a fundamental misunderstanding of how modern stardom is actually built. And this right here, this is the result of that misjudgment. Complete and total global conquest. We're talking 10 weeks at #1 in the United States, a record-breaking 13 weeks at #1 in the UK, multi-platinum status in Australia and New Zealand. And just to cap it all off, it was a top-selling track of 2025 in the US. This wasn't a single, it was a phenomenon. let's just zoom in on the UK market for a second, because this data is just staggering. Okay, so the song spent 13 weeks at #1. Huge, but more importantly, look at the longevity. It was in the top 10 for half a year and in the top 20 for a full 52 weeks. It lived on the charts for over a year. People weren't just listening to the song, they were living with it. So all of this digital success naturally brings us to section 4, the global arena takeover. This is the part where the digital streams get converted into a physical, ticketed empire. We're talking about a major portfolio expansion from a streaming asset into live entertainment real estate. I mean, just look at this list. This is not a club tour, okay? This is a roll call of the world's most iconic, dynastic venues. Madison Square Garden, the O2 in London. He's not just playing in these cities, he is acquiring the biggest stages. And because of the phenomenal demand, he's adding second and even third dates in multiple markets. It's insane. So, the big question is, how do you sell out arenas of this size on your debut tour? Well, that leads us right into Section 5, the A-List Alliance Playbook. This isn't just basic promotion. This is a calculated strategy of leveraging established Hollywood equity to achieve mass market conversion. And this slide right here, this lays out the entire playbook. It's a 6-step process and it is genius. Step 1, you secure an alliance with a Friends legend, Jennifer Aniston from Maximum Cultural Impact. Step 2, you use that viral moment to launch your US arena tour. Step 3, you partner with Commonwealth royalty Robert Owen to announce your Australian and New Zealand dates. Then you just expand globally, bring in a legacy brand like Paris Hilton, and boom, you launch your next product. It is a masterclass in strategic conversion. And the market reaction online, well, it was exactly what he engineered. You know, you see comments like this one, and it sums it up perfectly. It's a move that's so audacious, so high level, that it commanded respect. It wasn't just another tour announcement. It was a power play that made the entire internet stop what it was doing and pay attention. And all of it, leads us to our final section, the ultimate takeaway here. Section 6, the new mogul blueprint. This is about how the entire strategy we've just outlined, the war on economy, has effectively destroyed the stigma of being just another TikTok artist. So what is the war on economy? Well, it's a model where your authenticity becomes your capital. Your real story, your real pain becomes a monetizable asset. You distribute it directly to fans through social media and you amplify it by making these A-list alliances that let you bypass the old gatekeepers entirely. So the most crucial point is this. Alex Warren didn't just become a pop star. He became the CEO of his own multimedia corporation. He maintained total creative control, he masterminded his own marketing, and he proved that in 2026, the artist can absolutely be the executive too. Which leaves us with just one final, lingering question. Is the war on economy the new replicable blueprint for every aspiring artist out there with a phone and a story? Or is his success built on this unique combination of tragedy, talent, and timing, a 1 in a billion anomaly that can never ever be repeated?
Thanks for watching Media GenX. If you liked this story, show some love with a like, subscribe for future updates, and share it around. Until the next headline.